April is known nationally as Donate Life Month. Nearly 50% of current driver's license and identification card holders are registered organ donors. That's more than 5 million Pennsylvanians. PennDOT recently teamed up with the State Department of Health and Pennsylvania organ donation organizations to encourage others to register as an organ donor.
Right now, more than 100,000 people nationally are awaiting life-saving organ transplants, and 7,000 of those individuals are right here in Pennsylvania. Every 10 minutes, someone is told they need a life-saving transplant. Every day, 20 people in the United States die awaiting a life-saving transplant. These statistics highlight the vital importance of staff at PennDOT's licensing centers and the work of everyone here today to promote awareness of this cause. More than 90% of donor designation happens at licensing centers like this one. Staff at our licensing centers play a critical role in saving lives.
My name is Ron Gooden, and I am a heart recipient. I received my gift of life November 22nd, 2011. And I just want to share a little bit of my story. I live in Allegheny County in Hampton Township with my wife, Dee Dee. We have two adult children, Derek and Amanda. So ironically, my story started roughly about 45 years ago, this time when I was in college. I was being evaluated to play in the National Football League, and at that time, during the physical, they had told me that I had a slightly enlarged heart. The doctor had said that, quite naturally, a lot of people are walking around with slightly enlarged hearts, so I didn't even worry about it. So as the years went on, raising a family and just living life, November of 2010, I started to noticing myself slowing down, and just being an athlete, former athlete, you're always trying to push through things. So at that time, I actually went and I saw my PCP, and they did some blood work, and the next thing I know, I was taking stress tests and all kind of things. So moving into February of 2011, I was actually I went to the heart failure clinic at Allegheny General Hospital, and we met with the doctors, and they had said that my heart was enlarged. I had cardiomyopathy, and they had said for years I've been kind of cruising in heart failure, and now I've taken a dive. I think the bottom line to all of this and sharing my story is that, being an organ donor is a choice. And with that choice, you have to be educated. Multiple organs can help up to 8 individuals. Tissue and cornea can help up to 75 individuals. I remember my daughter saying to me just shortly after, she goes, "Dad, I remember when you took me to the DMV and said, they asked the question, do you want to be an organ donor?" And at that time, I didn't know much about organ donation. I said, "Yeah, that's a good thing." And she said, years later, I couldn't imagine how it has impacted our family's life.
For all of you who don't know, I am a donor family representative. And I'm not going to cry because this is a happy moment to see somebody like Ron share his story because he was able to receive a heart. So, like he said with his daughter, when my son was 16 years old, he asked me about organ donation. Very responsible young man, Eagle Scout, good kid, very service-focused all through high school and college, graduated from Penn State. And I said, yes, you definitely want to consider that, but here's the information, and he checked the box. Of course, my daughter's checked the box, I've checked the box. And one would never know the significant impact that would make by checking the box. Because 2 years ago, my son was in a traumatic accident, had a head injury, which was a brain injury, and he would not survive that. And when we were at the hospital, we sat in a room with all of our family and talked about what that would mean. And for my son Anthony, it meant that his organs would go to 8 people: his heart, his lungs, his kidneys, his pancreas. He had skin and tissue and cornea transplants. So this is my son Anthony. He was 24 years old. He is an organ donor. I'm also a registered organ donor. And as I have learned, that organ donation is not just significant when you sign up for your driver's license, but it's also significant to all the people in Pennsylvania and across the country that are waiting for organs and donations.
Today's news feature is brought to you by The Cheese Store and more. Go to their Facebook page to see their specials and check out their catering menu.